Alright, time for the fun to start. If a variable follows a normal distribution, then you can calculate the probability of randomly obtaining a value within a specified range. And this probability, if you recall from the distribution types lecture, is determined by the area under the curve in that range. Now, if you took a stats class in high school or in college, then this is typically when the integral calculus came knocking at the door, or rather came and knocked you out. At least it did with me. But because of the Excel functions that I introduced in the last lecture, we're not going to need any calculus, so no need to worry about that. Now, there are three types of probabilities that we can calculate here. Number one, the probability of getting a value less than or equal to a value x. And this area, which goes from negative infinity to our value of x, is what's known as the cumulative probability. Now, two, we can calculate the probability of getting a value between something like x1 and x2, and the area here is actually the cumulative probability of x2, so all the area all the way from negative infinity on the left up to x2, minus the cumulative probability of x1. And three, we can calculate the probability of getting a value greater than or equal to x, or x2 in this case. And here the area is 1, or 100%, which represents the entire area under the curve, minus the cumulative probability of x2, which again is the area from negative infinity to this x2 value right here. Now, we'll see multiple examples of these, so don't worry if this doesn't stick yet. And you may have noticed this already, but you cannot calculate the probability of obtaining an x value exactly, since there's no area under a single point. So if we think about our MBA grade example, which is the variable that so far we've assumed is normal, well, we can calculate the probability of a student getting a grade less than 90, or getting a grade between 89 and 91, or getting a grade greater than 90. But we can't calculate the probability of a student getting 90 exactly.